Hello and welcome to the MyClayCo studio. My name is Carla and today I'm going to be taking you through the Sliceroo, how to set it up and how to use it. Let's get into it. The Sliceroo is a slicing tool for polymer clay. You can use it with canes, squish logs or large blocks of clay that you need to condition, and is the perfect tool for getting uniformity with your clay slices. The Sliceroo comes in 4 different colours: white, blue, purple and pink, and is constructed using acrylic, so it is lightweight yet sturdy. The Sliceroo comes in 2 parts, the base piece and the slicing arm. There are also a couple of attachments underneath the base piece, so you will need to remove those before you start setting up. The blade itself is heavy duty and very sharp, so it does come with this safety guard that is double-sided and magnetic. If you are not using your Sliceroo, we recommend that you keep the safety guard on at all times. The Sliceroo also comes with a number of other components: a detachable crank arm, a set of non-slip self-adhesive feet, screws to keep your Sliceroo together, and the Allen key required to put these screws in. You'll also receive an extender plate, which we'll go through later when using the larger blocks of clay. The extender plate is easily added with 2 bolts and 2 wing nuts, which are also included. To set up your Sliceroo, you need to attach your slicing arm to the base plate. Now, to do this, you need to make sure the Sliceroo logo and crank are facing away from you, and the slicing arm has the Sliceroo logo facing towards you. You can then slip the slicing arm into the base piece, making sure that it is all the way down the bottom by pressing firmly. Once you know your slicing arm is in correctly, you can simply turn it around to add the screws in. The 4 small screws provided secure the slicing arm to the base piece. Once these are in place, you can simply tighten with the Allen key provided. You want to make sure that these are definitely tight so that your slicing arm isn't going to move around while you're slicing your clay. Once your slicing arm is secured, you can insert your blade. Now, this process I'm about to show you is the same way that you would also replace a blade. So all you do is remove the magnetic safety guard, make sure your wing nuts on those front plates are loose so that the front plates have movement. And we're just going to slide our blade through. If you find that there's a little bit of difficulty or resistance, simply loosen those wing nuts. Once you have the slicing blade in place, you can then secure it with those wing nuts. One thing to note before securing your slicing blade is to ensure that there is no gap between the base piece and the blade itself. We recommend holding the blade in place while you tighten the wing nuts to ensure that you have nice contact between the blade and the baseboard. When the Sliceroo is not in use, we definitely recommend putting the safety guard back on the blade so that there aren't going to be any accidents. Now, time to add the feet. To add the feet, you simply flip your Sliceroo, and they are self-adhesive, so you can stick them in whatever location you need to make sure that you've got a nice secure base. Your Sliceroo is now ready to use, so you can simply move the base piece by winding the crank. To make this part a little bit easier, we did include a little crank arm, which can be attached and detached very easily. Once your crank arm is in place, you simply pop the nut on one side, the screw on the other, and use the Allen key provided to tighten. You can now use the crank arm to make moving your Sliceroo base plate super easy. For larger blocks of clay or larger canes, the back piece may not be tall enough. That is why we've included the extender plate. This plate pops on the back, and once you have it aligned, you can then move to the front and put in those screws. Then simply attach the wing nuts on the back. This makes it really easy for you to take the extender plate off and on as required. The base plate itself can also be removed for easy cleaning. On the base piece, it does have 6 screws and nuts that actually interlock with the holes underneath the base plate. This makes sure that when you're slicing, it's not going to move. It can also be removed even with the extender on. Slicing can be carried out directly on that baseboard, but we do actually recommend using a tile for the longevity of your baseboard. To slice, simply move the blade up to where the clay is and then make as many rotations as you need with the crank arm to make the slices in the uniform thickness that you require. These demonstrated pieces were actually made with 2 full rotations of the crank. We hope you found this video informative and you now know how to set up your Sliceroo. We will see you next time. Bye.